Hello everyone, this is the Magic Master and welcome back to Christmas Countdown 2025. This is episode 4, I think? 4? Yeah. In the last episode, we explored this magic greenhouse that we are in. I know it doesn't look like we are, but I promise we are. I'll show you. We're actually underneath a tree right now. And we solved the first 2 sets of snake line puzzles, and we're now working on the 3rd one. So that's where we're at. Let's get right back to it. Our rate of progress here so far has been 2 episodes per section. So with the amount of sections there are, we might end up going over 12 episodes. Which is fine. It just is going to require me to start rescheduling stuff. And also I need to find the time to film them all, which might be a struggle. I'm filming everything that's been filmed so far is filmed today because it's a Sunday and I don't have anything that needs to be done today. I do have stuff that needs to be done starting tomorrow, so I won't have time to film tomorrow, so we're going to see how much we can get done. Anyway, how's your December going? We're a little bit further into December now. I don't know what day we're on. If we are going bi-weekly, we'll be on day 1, 3, 5, 7? Day 7? A whole week into December. So, how's it going? He's been having a good... I hope he's been having a good December. Okay, what am I looking for? Anchored. This is what we're doing next. I got distracted. Okay. Do we think black is going to do the obvious thing and just... I think white is, so I'm gonna start with the assumption that white is going to do this. And that gray is going to do this. Oh, that was wrong. That was wrong, because that's going to be left blank now no matter what I do. Okay, so let's reset. Where is the reset button? Right there. So let's start with something a little bit less obvious then. All right, well, let's do this, because I know this has to be true. And it might help us visualize exactly where these things are going. So it's possible that white is just going to go like that. But that's what we did last time, and then we decided that we got ourselves stuck. Black could reach around like this, and then force brown to go this way, and gray to go this way, but that's not going to work. That's just going to get stuck there. Huh. Let's say brown goes like this. I don't think this is right, but we're going to say it temporarily. Gray is going to have to go like this. And we've just cut off light gray entirely, so that has to be wrong. Okay, this one is tricky. This one is stumping me. The other ones we kind of sped through. We got through quite a lot in quite a short amount of time last time. Not so much now. Let's say that gray is going through the obvious thing. Like, its path of least resistance. Is this still possible for something else? Light gray is going to have to hug the wall like this. I don't think this can be right. Brown would therefore be doing this. Nope, it's going to touch itself, which it's not allowed to do. Okay, that has to be wrong. Let's top up our selections of concrete powder. Okay, let's just put black as this straight line. What does that leave as an option for brown? Brown either goes this way or that way. I'm gonna say this way, because then we can still send something up. We can send white around the other way. But I'm not sure how that's gonna help white. Because I could then send white like this. But it's right in that corner, and I'm not sure how we're then getting it to where it needs to be, you know? But, you know, let's work with this assumption for a minute. Brown is going to have to come to at least here. And then we could go this way. I could send gray. Let's send light gray like this. No, this has to be wrong because you're going to end up with a spot where no can go. Right, I could do this. But now it's not possible again, so that's wrong again. Okay. Oh, guys. Oh, guys. Okay, let's say white does its obvious path. I think I've tried that before, but, you know, we're trying everything. And let's say gray does too. And then let's see where that leads light gray to have to go. It traps light gray entirely in here, so that can't work. Let's say light gray goes like this. Oh, I see potential in this idea. I see potential in this idea. Okay. Just gonna force these guys to look like this. We have a brown needing to go somewhere. That's the meeting point for our gray, which could come this way. But then we end up with a problem again if I'm never going to send anything down here. It's never going to be useful. If I assume that this is how that goes, it's never going to be useful to send anything down there. So I need to start with something that's going to send it down there. So we could say that dark gray is going to go like this. For whatever reason, that's the shape it takes. And we're still going to be in trouble because what direction? I could send brown like this. No, I can't, 'cause it's going to overlap itself. And it's not allowed to overlap itself. Like, if light gray has to go here in this instance, there's just... then brown just gets trapped. Huh. What's the name of this? Anchored. I feel like I've tried this before, but we're going to try it again. Because I also kind of feel like I've tried everything before. Yeah, because the problem is here, light gray is just going to get completely stuck, or white is going to get completely stuck. One of the two is going to get stuck if it goes like that. Because now the only place that can go is there, which would completely cut off white. So I feel like light gray has to be the key to this. I'm just not sure how yet, you know? Like, I could send it careening off here for a while. But I can't block that one's path. So let's say it goes like that. That's not going to block its path, so that's a possibility. This one would then take this path like this. Which would force light gray to go like this. And then I think it would probably try and get back around here, but the problem is brown is going to be in the way. So how's brown going to get where it needs to go? Brown has to start here, and it's going to go like this, at least. I think gray is probably going to go this way then, right? I think that feels like a safe assumption. I don't think it's going to go that high up. Then there's so much space here to fill, and black can't fill all of it. So maybe gray is going to snake its way all the way across the top. Like that. Back to where it's going. Would that work? If it came out here, went all the way across here. I don't think that would work, because then I don't know where brown and black would go. And also, it would have to come in here like this. Like, there would still be blank space. I don't know how to make there not be blank space here. Because they're not allowed to touch, like, the lines aren't allowed to touch themselves. But this feels like it has promise. I don't want to just throw away this one. But maybe it just doesn't. Maybe it's just wrong. If I pull it up here, then where is that sending black? Like that? Let's try that for now. Well, then where is that sending gray, more importantly? I think gray is going to be... Yeah, gray's stuck again now. There's nowhere the light gray can go now, I don't think. Because for black to get across to itself, it's going to have to go through here, which is going to cut off the only way out. So this can't be right. I do like that beginning, though, so we're going to try it again. And see if we can work off of it a little better. Because I do think this looks promising to me. Let's say that it goes this way this time. Brown is going to have to come like this, which is going to force gray this way. No, because now it's going to cut it off. Something's going to get cut off there. Right, because if I do this, then now brown has no way to escape. Brown is just stuck here. Guys, I spent 13 minutes. Oh, it seems it's taking about 2 videos to finish each puzzle. Spends 13 minutes on part 1, or part 2, I did this one, of the next one. Okay. Oh god, am I only gonna finish one puzzle? Not even one room, one puzzle in this entire thing. I feel like this can't be right then. I feel like... But it's this corner, it's this side that's messing me up. And I tried the solution where gray goes like this, and it messes up this one. Like, what if I pull this in like this, and then we let brown... go this way for some reason. I can't because it's going to overlap with itself. Oh boy, I need to refill my supply of concrete powder again. Let's try starting with brown this time. And we're going to say brown is going to go through the middle to force black to go through the ends. So let's say that black is going to look like this. There's no reason for anything to ever come to this corner now. Literally none. So that can't work. Right, the lines can never touch. That's what it said, right? Let me go read the rules again. Because maybe I'm just misunderstanding the rules, and then actually this is a really easy puzzle. Oh boy. At least I have a title for the video. It can be whatever the name of this puzzle is. I'll have to check the name of it again, but... Connect will of the same color. Wool can only be connected with clear one-block wide lines. Wool must be at the end of the lines. Other than if the endpoints of a line are next to each other, a line cannot touch itself. Yeah, so they can't touch itself. So... Head back down to this one. Okay, anchored, that's the name. That's accurate. We have been anchored here for the entire video. Yeah, there's no reason to ever send anything down here, so that can't be right. So since we know we have to send something down here, let's send that. It doesn't work. There's no reason to ever send anything down there. Oh, I'm so confused. White can come up like this, but then the only thing I can possibly send down here is brown. And that will stop black from being sendable down there. Because by doing that, black now cannot... There's never going to be a reason to send anything down here. It's an empty spot. There's no line. Oh, boy. I do like this puzzle. I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's just difficult. White has to start like that. Similarly, so does gray, light gray even. This one doesn't, but those two have to start like that because of where their blocks are positioned. Let's work off the very little that we know for sure, you know? I can't put it there, because if I put that block there, there's never going to be a reason for anything to go here. But I can't put it there, because I put it there, there's no reason for anything to ever go here. There just is no way to fill this space without leaving redundancies. Like, I have to pull black like this, which means I can send brown out this way. But then you're still going to have the redundant spot in between there. So in order to avoid that, I would pull this in like this, but I can't because then there's this redundant space that will never get used for anything. Right? Because I could do this. And I can see the logic in this in a lot of ways, except these lines now can't go anywhere. So it can't be right. I know for sure these two start like this because there's nowhere else they can go. But that's literally all I know for sure. I feel like you must be the key somehow. If I can figure out how to fit you, maybe the rest will just slot into place. You can't go this way unless you're going down. But if you go down, then that spot will never get filled, so you would have to go up, but you can't go up, therefore you can't be the one that goes that way. So following that line of logic, you have to go that way. And therefore, this one has to go this way. Not necessarily. I could send something else. I could say gray, for some godforsaken reason, was doing this. I don't think this is what's happening, but just, you know, for the sake of spitballing, maybe gray is looping all the way around to get back to where its space is. It can't go down there because that would block... No, it wouldn't. Brown can go that way. Okay. So gray can exist like this. That is a possible shape for gray. Doing that locks in brown's position up to this point and also black's position up to this point. Black is going to have to do the same thing that we just did for that one, I think. So black is going to have to look like this. Is light gray blocked off forever now? Yeah, light gray's blocked off forever now. It can't be right. It was a lovely idea, but light gray ends up where it literally can't do anything. It has to, yeah, it leads to nowhere. I don't hate that shape for gray though, so let's try that shape for gray again. If I can even remember what that shape was. We've determined we're pretty sure this has to go like this. Oh, I definitely need to refill my blocks again. And we've determined these two have to go like this. That's all we have. This is nothing. This is all I have, like, relatively sure of, and it's next to nothing. Whatever I did with gray last time was clever. I just don't know that it's right. But, like, I can see the logic in this. Because it fills one of our major problems. And it gives a direction point to several other blocks. Because now, brown has no choice but to go like this. And black has no choice but to go like this. The problem is, I don't know that I can actually get out of this situation in any way, shape, or form. Like, let's fill in... What can I fill in? Oh boy. I have to finish this one. I'm not going to finish this room, but I have to finish this puzzle. I can't spend 20 minutes on it and then not even finish it. That's just embarrassing. Oh boy. How is this getting over here? Like, I can send this way, but it's not going to help because it's going to cut off one of our remaining colors by necessity, right? I guess not, because I guess light gray could go like that. I don't think this is going to be right, but we're going to see. Which does that then allow for white to do some sugary pokery? No, white's still going to get stuck. Well, no, because what we would say white would be doing then is this, which doesn't make any sense because it's going to leave a huge amount of blank space. Where is this filled in? Yes, this one's fully filled in. There's no reason to put anything down here now. I can't connect the brown without cutting off black entirely. There's just no way, with the way this is currently shaped, for black to get out of here and brown to also reach its point, because whatever I do is going to cut off one of them from reaching the other, so this is just wrong. Oh boy. Oh, guys. I feel so stupid. I'm sure the answer is really obvious. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe brown doesn't have to go like that. That's just the only way I can make sense of it. Like, so maybe black is shaping around like this for some reason. But no, because brown then was just, it's going to go down there and get stuck, which doesn't work. These ones I'm certain of. These are the only two that I'm actually certain of. Have to start like that. I do think this one coming to this wall makes sense. Which then does kind of make this make sense. And then this, but then that's not. Like, this space is now entirely useless and is never going to get utilized, so this can't be right. Oh, this is infuriating. I can see where I'm aiming for, and it doesn't help me one bit. Like, I have tried just filling in like this, but then that space becomes useless. It could go like this for some reason, but then this space becomes useless. It can't go both because it's not allowed to touch itself. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Could brown, for whatever reason, come both out and then go in like that? It could, but I don't know why it would. Could I snake white through here and then like around like that? That's stupid. That's not going to lead anywhere. None of this makes any sense to me. I could snake the white gray this way, but it would just get stuck there. Like, I like the idea of gray going like this. I don't know why, but I do like this. This feels right to me. I have no reason for it to feel right, but this feels correct to me. But I don't think it is, because it entirely makes, like, it makes this space impossible to fill. There's no use for this space now at all. I'm down to 9 of one of these. Oh my god. I'm gonna finish the half hour without having finished a single puzzle. Oh my god. Guys. Guys, help. Oh my god. Okay, let's say black goes like this and brown goes like this. Don't ask me why, it just does today. Let's say white snakes its way all the way along here. Nope, it literally can't, that's not allowed. Something else has to snake its way. Let's go back to it being gray that snakes its way all the way along. But like even further than before this time. White then does this ridiculous motion, leaving that space entirely unfillable, but don't worry about that yet. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Brown comes like this. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. This could work. This could work. If I'm just careful about how I figure this last little bit out, I might be onto something here. Does black... Okay, it can't snake its way all the way around, but it could snake its way most of the way around. Like, gray is going to have to go like this now. But brown could snake its way... Oh my god, guys. Guys, I think I've done it. Did that work? That worked. Yes! Okay, it took us half an hour. A full half hour. But Guys. Look. We did it. We unanchored ourselves. Oh my god. The relief. Oh, okay. I got too cocky there for a minute, clearly. These puzzles are difficult. What does the next one look like? We're gonna give it an attempt. We're not gonna finish it this episode because, like, I'm not making this an hour long. But we can take a look over it and give it one quick attempt. These two are next to each other, therefore they have to end like this, right? Like, that's what that means. Or no, this is the instance where they're allowed to touch each other, so maybe they don't have to go like that. The rules on that part were kind of confusing, to be perfectly honest with you. Because, like, I could fill this in now if I just went the full mile with these, but is that what it wants? Is that what that means? That might be what it wants. Maybe we did framed really quickly. Maybe anchored took forever, and then framed we do really quickly. It would be nice to at least say we finished 2 puzzles instead of just 1. Did that work? It totally did! Okay, okay, so that's what it means if they're literally right beside each other. In this case, none of them are, but that's good to know if we ever come across a puzzle like that again. That's how you do it. Okay. What's next? We rushed through that one so quickly that we can look at the next one too. I'm just having fun playing. Hopefully you guys are having fun watching. I don't know how much fun it is to watch someone fail at a puzzle for a full half hour, but, you know, hopefully you're enjoying yourselves. That's the hope. Umbrella. So we're going for just first attempt again. So let's randomly assume that brown just fills in this spot. And that grey fills in this one. That's not going to be right in this instance, but grey could fill in like that. Let's try that for now. Grey, we're going to say goes like this. Oh no, that also can't be right because that's going to block that off. Okay, this one is going to take a little bit more thinking power, which unfortunately means we don't have time for it today, because we are already running a little bit over time. Because I was determined to finish the one puzzle that we spent most of the episode on. Well, there's a solution. Doesn't fulfill most of the rules, but, you know, it does exist. So next time we will take a look at this puzzle, the umbrella puzzle. We will hopefully manage to do it in less than half an hour, although no promises. We saw how long Anchored took. Yeah, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, Team Challenge.